Hi, this is Rick Stewart. Welcome to an hour of NWA All-Star Wrestling. Ox Baker will be with me during this hour. We're going to talk to Ox in just a second. Central States heavyweight champion Rufus R. Jones defends this hour. He'll defend against Japan's Mr. Pogo. Plus, we'll be seeing another edition of Brenda's Beauty Shop. Many, many more exciting matches coming up this hour on All-Star Wrestling. First of all, Ox Baker returning to the Central States after quite some time, and for his fans and for those of you who are not his fans, we just want to throw this in right at the beginning of the show. Because of some of your actions in the past, sir, Ox Baker is not going to be allowed by the promotion to compete actively in the ring on television. We can take this with a grain of salt or take it any way you want it. But the fact remains that due to some of your tactics, Mr. Baker, you're not allowed to wrestle on TV.
You know, I can't understand this type of thing. You know, I don't ask for any fair treatment from anybody. I just ask what Ox Baker has come. You know, the last 20 years, I smarted off the Luthez, called him an old man. He knocked out 9 of my teeth. I laughed at Pat O'Connor. He made me scream in the ring. A couple of these wrestlers showed me that if you're not in shape, if you're not up to standards, you're going to get beat. Now here, Ox Baker, a couple of people were unfortunate that was not in shape. I hit him with his hard punch. They dropped over dead. Now, that is not my fault.
This is a verifiable fact that during the course of his career, Ox Baker was responsible for the death of 2 wrestlers in the ring. One, of course, the legendary Ray Gunko, a very big star in the South during the 50s and 60s, as well as Ray Torres.
I think it's discriminatory. That's what
We'll get into this a little later, sir. Right now, you stand by. More All-Star Wrestling action coming up right after this. That thing's out. You want to get your cord out from under there. Take a little close up, but you know what's stupid. This is your cough switch here. You got a cough and you want to take stock and something. Pardon me, lady. You press the cough switch and the cough switch. Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Now in the ring at a combined total of 500 pounds. Crusher Karl Kovac and Mr. Russell Sapp Esquire. Their opponent, 225, Roanoke, Virginia's Rick McCord. His partner at 245 pounds, Long Island's Vinnie Valentino. All right, we're set for action. Our first match today on All-Star Wrestling. Bart batting down to join me for the commentary. You got to look at this match, Bart, seeing your former partner and still sometimes partner, Rick McCord, in the ring in a tag team situation. I know that your mind is on this match pretty heavily.
I'll tell you what, Rick Stewart, Rick McCord, I was talking to him back in the dressing room before the match started. He has a vendetta against one Russell Sapp. It's hard for me to call him Mr. Russell Sapp Esquire.
Yeah, but, you got to show him that's what he wants to be called.
I'll call him Mr. Russell Sapp Esquire, but it's certainly not because I want to. It's out of...
Well, look at this.
Well, he came out just to the music. He comes out to sharp-dressed man. It's just it's the complete catharsis of what you would think. He looks like he just got finished hoeing the backfield. He's got his high-water pants on, and he's certainly not the epitome of style.
I know a couple of weeks ago, Porkchop Cash said that he was giving him some money to go out and buy some new clothes. Apparently, the boss is a rather stingy employer.
There's no accounting for things.
Yes. Well, Crusher Karl Kovac, of course, now returning to the Central States. A very, very dangerous man, and I think, and a lot of the wrestlers that I've talked to agreed with me, a highly underrated man.
I tell you what, I've had the opportunity to wrestle Crusher Karl Kovac, even for Mexico, a couple of times in single matches. And I tell you, he doesn't have a lot of experience in the squared circle, but he's a very rough, tough competitor, and he's very strong. As you can see, a very well-developed physique. And anytime you get in the ring with him, it's an unpredictable situation, and anything could possibly happen. He looks like he's really been training. I don't know who's responsible for his conditioning while he was away, but it looks like whoever was training him knew what they were doing.
Well, I know. I'm just looking at Russell Sapp Esquire's ring togs. I know when he tore off those pants, it's just like a slap in the face to Rick McCord. Of course, that's been his segment or his style for quite some time.
Well, it seems like it's, Rick McCord takes it very personally. And, of course, I'm resorting back to that match where Russell Sapp kind of used loaded elbow, if you were, elbow pad, and beat Rick McCord on TV, and that's a very embarrassing situation for anybody. And I have a feeling Rick McCord's going to take out his wrath on one Russell Sapp.
Oh, Vinnie Valentino trying for a shoulder tackle. No effect on Crusher Karl Kovac. Vinnie underneath him comes up with a headlock. Up in the air with a hip lock takedown.
Beautiful takedown. I tell you, Vinnie Valentino, I think he's a young star. Everybody's got to keep their eye on here in the Central States area because I've been watching Vinnie wrestle an awful lot. He's got a lot of good moves. An excellent walk up the rope headlock takeover right there. He's going to be a tough match for a lot of guys. Oh, there's a drop kick from Russell Sapp. And he's got that. Oh, this looks very familiar to me.
I've seen this one. Vinnie Valentino taking down both Mr. Russell Sapp Esquire and Crusher Karl Kovac. Ducks the right hand, comes up with an atomic drop.
I tell you, it's a lot of action in there. I guess Porkchop Cash is the one that's teaching them their teamwork, so I guess you have to leave a lot of reservations there as to the adequacy of the style.
Rick McCord stymied in that takeover.
Finally gets the snap marrow and Crusher. I tell you, Crusher Karl Kovac, a worthy opponent, a very strong neck muscle, just to avoid getting taken over the first time of that.
Rick McCord off those ropes, comes up very quick, sunset flip.
A little kind of early in the match to get a guy on a sunset flip. But you got to wear him down a little bit. But it's a good try by Rick McCord. It shows he wants to win this match real bad.
Matter of fact, Rick McCord and Vinnie Valentino have been partners before a couple of times in several cities around the All-Star Wrestling area. I think that teamwork may show off a little bit later in the match. Again, they try for a body tackle on Crusher Karl, and again, no effect at all.
Well, now, see, there's a situation right there, Cool Breeze, that I totally disagree with. I'm still kind of irritated about the situation that happened the last time when Rick McCord got hit with that loaded elbow pad. It seems like Russell Sapp has it in for Rick McCord, and I think it all comes from his mental Porkchop.
It's got to, because I don't want to sound prejudiced, but Russell Sapp is not exactly the most talented wrestler I've ever seen in my life. The boss, Porkchop Cash, certainly has got quite a bit to do, I think, and that elbow pad's got a little something to do with some of his wins as well.
Well, certainly that's the whole key right there is that elbow pad, because certainly I don't think Russell Sapp can beat Rick McCord in a fair one-on-one fight. I just can't. Nobody can tell me that can happen. So Russell Sapp has to be shown the shortcut route by Porkchop Cash. And it looks like he's starting to take on the flavor. if there's another situation right there, especially Karl Kovac, I guarantee a Porkchop Cash training right there.
Of course, the referee being distracted, going to put Vinnie Valentino back out of the ring that couple of seconds. But a lot of times, that's all the time that they need to turn things around for themselves.
It doesn't take a lot of time to damage your opponent, and just a couple quick seconds there took the wind right out of Rick McCord, and the referee can't see everything. I have to take up for young Rick Ashford because he's doing a great job, but he can't see everything.
Later this hour, we're going to see Dave Peterson in action, plus the big showdown match between Hustler Rip Rogers and Bulldog Bob Brown. That's all coming up in the next 60 minutes on All-Star Wrestling.
There's Special Karl Kovac shooting Rick McCord in. He's got a big bear hug right now, and you can tell just by the muscular development. That was Vinnie right there. Rick McCord needs to fight and get over and tag Vinnie Valentino right here.
Rick McCord taking a lot of abuse here in the first opening minutes of this match. McCord firing back from in the corner.
That's it, Rick. Well, once again, Rick McCord, victim of dirty tactics. Dirty tactics of rough fight. It's really, I tell you, Rick McCord, it really irritates me to see a guy like Rufus Sapp out there almost getting away with this type of chicanery because it shouldn't be allowed.
Down to two, Rick McCord manages to power his way out, desperately needing to get in the corner and make some kind of a tag to Vinnie Valentino.
Oh, Russell Sapp, Mr. Clothesline. Oh, that's a big vicious clothesline by Rick McCord. Now all he has to do is get over and make that tag to Vinnie Valentino.
Russell Sapp is stunned and down. Rick McCord stunned and down, trying to get their wits about him.
Come on, Rick.
Who's going to make it to their feet first? Rick McCord looking around, makes the tag to Vinnie Valentino.
And he's coming in and he's going crazy on Mr. Karl Kovac. He's going crazy. He's letting that Italian temper do the damage on Mr. Kovac. Oh, it's a big high box up with Vinnie Valentino's sliding up. Oh, there's a big forearm to Russell Sapp. And Vinnie Valentino's got things rocking and rolling just the way he needs to get them rocking and rolling. I'll tell you that right now.
We got all four men in the ring right now. Rick McCord hammering away on Russell Sapp. Pressure Karl Kovac and Vinnie Valentino. Sapp is down, out on the floor. Referee Rick Aswell going to put Rick McCord back to the corner, of course, as is his appointed task by the officials. Well, wait a minute. Russell Sapp's doing something.
That elbow pad. I tell you, I got a bad feeling about this. I got a real bad feeling about this.
Pressure Karl Kovac now going to work on Vinnie Valentino. I don't think anybody has seen Russell Sapp adjust that elbow pad somehow.
I tell you, Vinnie Valentino's got to get out of the ring. He looks like he's injured right now. There's Russell Sapp. He got to watch out. He's got that loaded elbow pad.
And I definitely saw him go into his tights and put something in there.
There's Rick McCord. Russell Sapp continuing to get. There's Rick McCord. He finally gets in there and gets after those guys. He finally gets after those. Come on, Vinnie. Come on, Vinnie.
Vinnie Valentino up to the high drop kick.
There's that big drop kick. I tell you what, that's a good move right now. Oh, there's that. I tell you, I can't stand it.
He had something in that elbow pad. Vinnie Valentino is down. Vinnie Valentino's not moving. The referee didn't see anything here. Pressure Karl Kovac going for the pin. No.
No, I tell you, this can't be allowed to happen right here.
Did he get a 3 count? I can't tell.
It's pandemonium.
Wait a minute. Both men are down. The referee's counting.
I can't tell. Both guys are up on their feet right now.
Pressure Karl Kovac got that Vinnie Valentino stunned. He got hit with the loaded elbow pad of Russell Sapp, and I really think that Vinnie may be out of his feet.
I think he's out on his feet. I don't even see how he's moving around out there, Rick McCord.
Surviving strictly on instinct.
I don't see how he's moving around.
Mr. Russell Sapp, that's why. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Here comes the Warlord into the ring. Wait a minute. Bart Patton has left the desk area. The Warlord and Pressure Karl Kovac taken off after Bart Patton. Rick McCord going for that loaded elbow pad of Russell Sapp. Bart Patton is down. Double press slam. Rick McCord didn't see that coming. He was going after the elbow pad of Mr. Russell Sapp, Esquire. There goes Sapp trying to adjust that elbow pad. Wait a minute. Here comes Bobby Jaggers with a chair. Jaggers in to clear the ring. Bart Patton is down. Vinnie Valentino is down. We got to get some kind of order back here. Brenda's Beauty Shop is next. We'll be back with more All-Star Wrestling right after this.
Respect. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my show, Brenda's Beauty Shop. And I have some very special guests tonight. And I'd like to introduce at this time, my goodness, looky here. We have Bruiser Kovac, and the biggest man in professional wrestling today, the Warlord. Look at that bicep. Woo! And definitely the sharpest dressed man and a champion, Russell Sapp, Esquire. And let me introduce at this time the champion of all champions, the Boss Man. Boss Man, this week, do you have any promises and predictions for us?
Yes, Miss Brenda, thanks for having me on your show. I'm just so glad to be here. My name is Miss Brenda, but you know, I want to let the people out of the secret. Mr. Russell Sapp, I'm going to make him a champion. I'm going to make Russell Sapp a champion. I'm going to get him a match with Ric Flair, and he's going to be your next world champion. What do you think about that, Miss Brenda? That's the big news. That is the big news. But also, you know I have my big man, Mr. Warlord, over here. Look at that. Good look at that. And my other new guest is Mr. Kovac. He is back with the boss now. But let me tell you, we got exciting next week for you. I may let Mr. Warlord say a few words next week, Miss Brenda. Thank you for having me on your show.
My pleasure, sir. Until next time on Brenda's Beauty Shop, Peter! If you know what I mean, women to the left of me, and women to the right.
In the blue corner at 250 pounds, Steve Sybert. His opponent at 241 pounds, St. Joe, Missouri, Dave Peterson. All right, Bobby Jagger's out to join me at ringside for the commentary on this match. Bobby, Dave Peterson back in the Central States, and he's looking good as ever.
Well, I tell you, he does look good. You know, Dave, he's pretty tight. He's been working out. He's been in the gym. Look at that fantastic. Dave's always been a high flyer. Dave can control himself in the air. A lot of things a lot of people can't do. Nice, beautiful, executed arm drag. He's got the man disadvantage for laying down so the man can't get up. One of the greatest athletes ever come out of St. Joe, Missouri in my category.
I tell you, this hasn't been an easy hour for you. You've already had to come down and try to help the score order one time.
Well, I'm telling you something. It's just sick. You sit and you look at a great athlete like Dave Peterson, and you sit and see the stuff that look like Porkchop Cash, the Warlord. People like that, the things that they do, and it just makes you sick to your stomach, you know. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Right here, here's Sybert. He lacks a little bit in wrestling knowledge. He wants to pick up by grabbing it tight. I know, I've been there, Daddy. If you haven't got the knowledge, you got to try to find a little bit of edge. Dave Peterson's a pretty good seasoned veteran. He'll stay on top of the ball. But like we were talking about before, Rick, it's just sick. It's pathetic. You look at Bat's brother. They put him out of professional wrestling. You look what they tried to do to McCord. You look what they tried to do to a lot of the guys around here in the Central States. And I'll tell you one thing right now. It's come to an end as far as I'm concerned.
Steve Sybert taking the advantage now on Dave Peterson, hammering away on Dave in the corner. Steve's been in the pro ranks a long time.
That's right. Sybert's a seasoned pro. Been all over the country. He was down in Florida when I was there. Dave Peterson pulled a blowing knife and hit. See there? Dave, a little bit of inexperience. Sybert's experience. Get out of the way when they're flying high. And like I say, Dave mostly can control himself. Beautiful reverse final bump there. Beautiful power out by Peterson. See, Peterson, his lights are on. You know, there's somebody home in that house, Daddy. Even though he's hurt, He's looking for a way. He's going to find a way. Dave's a good, exciting young man. Good right-hander.
You listen to the comments of Kansas J. Hot Body Jagger. Dave Peterson slamming into Steve Sybert with a boot off the rope. Dave whips him in.
Beautiful drop kick, Pete. Did you see that drop kick? He was 6 feet off the ground. Beautiful suplex. Amateur wrestlers, all you amateur wrestlers on Kansas.
Wait a minute.
You know that's right there.
Dave Peterson up on that middle rope. Get set. TNT shoulder tackle.
That's it.
TNT from Dave Peterson. That's all it took, a TNT shoulder tackle. We got a win for Dave Peterson. Back with more All-Star Wrestling right after this. This match, one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Now in the ring at 227 pounds. Accompanied at ringside by the #1 valet in professional wrestling, the lovely and talented Sleevac Brenda Britton. It's Hustler Rip Rogers. Ox Baker back out to provide some color commentary here at ringside. Rip Rogers apparently not paying attention to what's going on in the ring, because there's Bulldog Bob Brown. The bell hadn't even sounded yet. Bulldog Bob Brown got caught in the face by that spray 1 week ago here on All-Star Wrestling, and apparently he did it to the wrong person.
Well, see what happens now. The referee cannot count because the match is not officially started, so there can't be a count out, so they can stay out there 5 minutes and fight outside. It's hard for the referee to govern this match, I'll tell you that right now.
Referee Rick Ashwell trying to get somebody back in the ring so we can get an official start to this match. Rip Rogers being slammed into, wait a minute, Bob Brown's got the chair here from ringside. And Bulldog Bob Brown going right after Hustler Rip Rogers.
See, you can say they barred Ox Baker from wrestling in Raleigh. They barred me out of this here stadium, but look at the mayhem they're having right now. I've never seen the people so worked up in my life. They're yelling and screaming.
Bulldog Bob Brown throwing Hustler Rip Rogers with his own ring guard.
Yeah, it's hard to perfect that chokehold, but I've done it over the years very good.
In the different areas across the country that I've been with you, and yes, I would say that you are very good at that, sir.
See, why will they let me in the ring? They did more here in 30 seconds. I've seen a lot of matches that have went an hour.
Bulldog Bob Brown obviously got a lot on his mind. Most of it's got to do with a little revenge on Hustler Rip Rogers.
That clothesline hurts, I'll tell you that right now. That deliberate properly can put your lights out.
It's very, very strange, Ox, to sit here and watch these fans actually cheer for Bulldog Bob Brown.
Well, you know, you give them fans some of this wild and rough and crazy, they're going to love him, you see. Now, Bob Brown has been here 20 years. The people have hated him, they've loved him, and I think they love him again.
Bob Brown now laying those incisors into the forehead of Hustler Rip Rogers. Again, Rogers out of the ring, and Bob Brown's right behind him.
Hey, Bob Brown is, like you said, he's out in a revenge room. Hey, this Rip is pretty tough, oh, he's pretty tough. He took a lot of punishment. You know, that's how I govern him. Anybody can dish out punishment. It's the man that can take it and dish it out himself. Now, Rip has took a lot of punishment, and he's right back working on Bob Brown.
Bulldog Bob Brown, look out, look out. Bulldog Bob Brown and Hustler Rip Rogers spilling all over the ring area here.
I didn't realize your job is real harder than I ever give a thought.
I'm doing my best to try to stay out of the way of this. We got two men going for each other's throats today on All-Star Wrestling.
Well, I think that referee's making a mistake. He should be in the ring counting them guys inside the ring. He's not should be out on the floor. But he's got a hard job, just like you.
Rip Rogers with the upper hand. The fans starting to pick up the chant. Go, Bob, go. Something that I haven't heard anybody cheer for Bob Brown for a long, long time.
What's this young lady he has with him there, man?
The lovely and talented Brenda Britton. Now, Rip doesn't like it too much, but some of the fans seem to think that her name is more apt to be Fleabag than Brenda Britton.
I've heard it the first time I'd seen the lady.
She has a tendency, as you can see right here, to get very involved in Rip Rogers matches.
Well, you know, the lady ballets are doing that more and more. 20 years ago, they didn't allow that, you know, but they're into it more and more all over the country. New York has them, North Carolina, Texas, now it's right here in Kansas City.
Hustler Rip Rogers pounding away on Bulldog Bob Brown.
This Rip's been put out a lot of punishment, is that right?
He is one of the toughest men that I've ever seen in the ring. He's not afraid to take shortcuts at all inside that ring.
But I've seen Bob Brown. He's took a lot of punishment over the last 20 years.
Rip Rogers now planting that foot squarely in the throat, using that rope. Wait a minute. Brenda Britton sticking her 2 cents worth in. Bulldog Bob Brown attacks not only inside the ring, but outside the ring as well.
It's been a real good, exciting match. There's been no let-up. That's the type of match that I really like. I don't care if they beat each other. They're supposed to beat each other. But this has been excitement from here to the coast.
I think with the personal animosity that's going on between Rip Rogers and Bulldog Bob Brown, that's all you're going to see from start to finish. Non-stop action.
But also, Rufus threw a couple wrestling holds. The name of the game is wrestling. You do have to know the wrestling hold. A lot of guys think it's just kicking and punching. But see, right now, he's got a hold. He's wearing the man down. Very, very good testing.
You know, I've often heard it said that a small, good wrestler can beat a big brawler. You'd know more about that.
Wait, don't you say that. I've had some little good men, but a good big man always beats a good little man.
Well, you listen, of course, to the comments of 6'4" Ox Baker here.
310 pounds, you know. And I've had some good little men in there. Of course, some good little men have beat me. Lou Says beat me. Pat O'Connor. Over the years, there's been some good men that weren't heavy men, but they was always great wrestlers also.
Hustler Rip Rogers closing in on Bulldog Bob Brown with the help of Brenda Britton at ringside. He certainly has been putting it to Bulldog Bob Brown.
That's one of the things you see that realize. That's going down that floor. That's 8 feet down. That's
Rip Rogers going after Bulldog Bob Brown on that hard floor here at the television arena. Rogers up and down, an atomic drop right on the base of the spine of Bob Brown.
I heard him grunt all over. That hurt.
I think there's more action taking. Look out. The referee trying to get both men back inside the ring. Rip Rogers taking advantage of every shortcut he can on.
This has been a thrilled match. I'll tell people that right here. These people, they have put out. These guys have put out 100%. And that's what the promoters want. They want them 100% matches.
Rip Rogers Throwing a little boxing style, slamming in the Bulldog. Bob Brown. Bob Brown maybe just about had enough.
Bob Brown is tough, and he's taking them punches. Uh-oh.
I think Rip Rogers made a mistake right there,
I think he did. Here comes Brown. I'm going to tell you, he's going to tear loose. Yep, I knew he would tear loose right here.
Bulldog Bob Brown starting to up one up with his own particular ring style against Hustler Rip Rogers. And the fans, believe it or not, are solidly behind him.
Yeah, they like Bob. Like I said, they've hated him over the years, and they've loved him over the years also. Wow. That hurts. He's pulling that mouth apart. See, Bob Brown knows all the tricks of the trade, too. Don't kid yourself. Over the years, these are two excellent wrestlers. Excellent.
Hustler Rip Rogers goes head first into that corner post.
That takes a lot out of that slam.
Bulldog Bob Brown back set for that lateral leg drop that's become his trademark over the years.
Ooh.
Up and down again with that leg drop.
And I tell you, I can believe that hurts a lot. And now I think he's going to climb up on that rope. Bob Brown over the years has jumped off that rope as many times and as well as anybody in the business.
Wait a minute. Brenda Britton's up, trying to hit him with that purse. Bob Brown's got a hold of Brenda Britton.
Oh, my God. This is excitement. Excitement at its best.
Wait a minute. Bulldog Bob Brown going. Wait a minute. What does Rip Rogers have in his hand? What does Hustler Rip Rogers have in his hand?
Wait a minute. I don't think this is right. Now, this match has been too good for something like this to happen.
No. Bulldog Bob Brown just got sprayed in the eyes by something from Hustler Rip Rogers. A count of three. Brown is down, and Rogers is going to be a winner. Bulldog Bob Brown caught that load of something right in his eyes. Hustler Rip Rogers has come out with a win. We're going to try to talk to Bulldog when we come back. You stay with us. More All-Star Wrestling just seconds away.
Oh, there it is right there. I don't uphold that at all. Be the man, sir.
We're going to try to get a word here with Bulldog Bob Brown. Just caught a load of something that Hustler Rip Rogers got passed to him by Brenda Britton. I tell you, let's give him a second to try to get his eyes clear, get his wits about him. We got a VTR right now. King Kong, Bruiser Brody. Let's take a look at Bruiser Brody. All right, we're back on All-Star Wrestling. Bob Brown's had a couple minutes to get his eyes kind of clear, trying to get a little something going. I've seen a lot of things, and I never thought I'd say anything complimentary to you ever again, but that was a low compliment. It was a low dig from Hustler Rip Rogers. Maybe it's time to get a little even.
I'll tell you what, there's no sense crying over spilled milk. You know, I didn't get the best of it, but I thought I did my job, and I thought I did it well. And I'll tell you what, if I could have just grabbed her for another 30 seconds, I'd let everybody in the Midwest just knows what her body looks like because I was on the verge of ripping her clothes off. But let me remind you one thing. Red Rogers thinks that he's got me, and he hasn't got me.
Bulldog Bob Brown. Brown just got an eye full of slime from Hustler Rip Rogers. He's got some kind of protective glove on his hand to keep that thing away from him. Bulldog Bob Brown is down. He's got that green slime. You mess with the Hustler Rip Rogers. Look at Bulldog Bob Brown now. Look at the so-called living legend of Bob Brown. Look at Bob Brown. Legend no more. New legend, Hustler Rip Rogers. You're in no shape, Brown. You'll be in no shape, baby. And I'm the man around here. Yeah, that's it. Take care of Daddy. Take care of Daddy because I'm bad. I'll knock out anybody gets in my way. Bruiser Brody included. David Brown's in the ring now. Bob Brown's son to try to render some assistance with his dad. We got to get somebody out here. We're going to be back. You stay with us. More All-Star Wrestling right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, this match, one fall, 60 minutes for the Central States Heavyweight Championship. The challenger, advised in ringside by the boss, Porkchop Cash, Japan's Mr. Pogo. The defending champion weighs in at 263 pounds. Amarillo, Texas, the Central States Heavyweight Champion, Rufus R. Jones. By special stipulation, karate is legal in this match.
That's it.
Central States title on the line, karate legal in this match. And I know that Cash had a little something to do with that if he got a chance to talk to anybody about the contracts in this match. But it's the kind of man Rufus R. Jones is, not afraid to enter into any kind of match in any kind of situation, be it karate legal, no disqualification, anything goes. Rufus R. Jones doesn't back down from anybody. The boss, Porkchop Cash, with me here at the desk for the balance of this match. Next week, a new edition of Brenda Beauty Shop, and we're going to see a big tag team matchup when Bart Patton and Bobby Jaggers gets together with the gentleman here with me, the boss, Porkchop Cash, and the Warlord, 1 week from today on All-Star Wrestling.
Oh, we beat him up. We have beat him up, Rick Stiles. But I am not interested in that match. I'm interested in the match inside the ring. Oh, for the rematch, no. I haven't seen Rufus do something like that. I haven't seen it, but Rufus getting on the ball.
Very strange to hear compliments out of you, Mr. Cash.
I'll give him where it belongs. I never cheat, and I'll never take nothing from nobody.
Excuse me?
No, sir. I never cheat, and I never take no away from nobody. Oh, very nice, Rufus. You know, but if he was to wrestle me, now it'd be a different story.
You're listening, of course, to the highly prejudiced comments of the boss, Porkchop Cash. No, I take that back, sir. You've been very fair in your analysis so far. Mr. Cash brought a pair of nunchucks here with him to the desk.
Watch out there. I'd like to hit you in the head, Rick, but I don't want to hurt you.
Well, I appreciate that, sir. Rufus R. Jones, in his first title defense on TV, very, very important match for Rufus, but then again, a very important match for Mr. Pogo, who at one time was the Central States Heavyweight Champion.
That's right, Rick. And I think it'll be a very interesting match. You know, anything going, you know, they can use karate in this match.
There you see the short punch that is favored by some karate technicians.
Yes, oh, look at Rufus. Look at that. Look at. Oh, I just see that. Oh, good.
Headbutt from Rufus R. Jones.
Did you see Rufus R. Jones cheat? Did you see he cheats? He cheats, Rufus. Rick, he hit him with something. He cheats.
I didn't see it, sir. Let's just put it like that. Let's leave it at that. I didn't see it.
I saw it, but you didn't want to see it. You a president?
No, sir.
Yes,
No, sir. I look at this monitor and I call what I see inside the ring.
Well, you need to change your glasses, Rick Stiles. You need to have your glasses changed. Rufus hit it with a foreign object.
Implanted in his head?
He had it in his hand and hit him.
Oh, yes, of course.
Now, you think I'm crazy, right?
No, sir. I just think that your imagination may be working overtime.
Good. I see it. Everybody on TV land sees.
Besides Jones' shoulder tackle on Mr. Pogo, Central State's title.
What do you think about that? Now, that was
It's legal in this match.
That was legal. No, it was legal in the match.
No, sir. Karate thrust is illegal.
No. That was very legal. Very legal.
Now, how do you figure that?
Because he used his hand and hit him just like
He
that.
used the spike of his hand in a karate thrust. Legal for this match. Yes, I'll grant you that because karate is legal in this match.
I love it. I love it. Look at the big Rufus. Look at Rufus. Look at Uncle Tom. He flattered it back. Looking at the lights. That's where he belongs at, Rick Stiles.
The Central State's heavyweight champion, Rufus R. Jones, down on the mat. Mr. Pogo, the challenger for the title. I wish you'd stop waving those things around. They make me a little bit nervous.
Look at me excited, too. I want to beat someone up with a Rick Stiles.
He's talking about a pair of nunchucks down here on the desk that apparently belong to Mr. Pogo. The spin kick puts Rufus R. Jones down. Pogo, a karate-style punch off the second rope. Count of one. Count of two, and Rufus is up.
He pulled his tights. See that? What? He had him by the tights. You push him off, Rick Stiles. You saw he had him by the tights. So you don't want to give credit where credit due.
Mr. Pogo throwing Rufus R. Jones into the rope again. The karate style of Mr. Pogo, and he is excellent in the martial arts.
Very legal. You see? Very legal.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 minutes to prepare.
Look at that. They're going at it now. Yeah. And look, now they're using the fist. Look at that. Look at Rick Stiles.
Rufus R. Jones starting to open up now on Mr. Pogo. He came in for the freight train, got caught with a spin kick
I love it.
across the side of the head.
Yes, I love it. That's it. Oh, it should have been over, Rick Stiles.
Count of
It should have
two.
been over.
No, sir, it was a count of two.
Over. It should have been over, Rick Stiles.
Referee Sonny Myers, a good call there. Rufus R. Jones had his shoulders up. Pogo goes for a spin kick. Rufus drops underneath. The count's one. The count's two. The count's three. We got a win for Rufus R. Jones. Porkchop Cash has left his position here at the desk. He's in the ring. Rufus R. Jones and the boss Wait a minute. Pogo's come for those nunchucks. Pogo's come for the nunchucks at the desk. He just cracked Rufus Jones across the back of the skull. This is disgusting. Porkchop Cash slapping Rufus R. Jones across the face. Bad blood between these two for a long time. What a cheap attack on Rufus R. Jones. Porkchop Cash browbeating Rufus R. Jones inside of the ring. Rufus is down. The boss, Porkchop Cash, a sneak attack on Rufus R. Jones.
I've challenged Rufus R. Jones to a wrestling match. I want that title. He ain't man enough to hold that. He shouldn't even have it. He's a Uncle Tom. He's a yes man. And I'm the boss around your Rick Stiles. And I will get that title.
We'll see the boss, Porkchop Cash, 1 week from today. Rufus R. Jones retains his title for Rick Stewart. This is All-Star Wrestling 1 week from today. We will be back.